Week 17, normally the last game of the season, but with the biggest season in NFL history, Miami Dolphins taking on the Tennessee Titans, playoff life on the line. Let's jump into this. What is up, Finn fans? 2 more games. Taking on Ryan Tannehill and taking on Bill Belichick. That's what stands in between the Miami Dolphins and the playoffs. You couldn't write this up better if you tried. Your old quarterback for 7 years and a guy that you've hated for about 20. So this is it. This is it. Each of these games couldn't be more important. And we're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins taking on them, Tennessee Titans. But before we jump into all this good stuff, because I got Titan Upload, and he's got some really good information to give us about these Tennessee Titans, I have to shout out my guys at Backroom Collections. I talk about them consistently. They have some great canvas artwork. Go check them out, backroomcollections.net. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 10% off. Like I said, I am giving away one of them. We are 200 subs away from 29,000. Which means if I can get 1,200 more subs, we break 30,000. And I will be doing I'm still doing it, but I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway where I'm giving away Backroom Collections, Ricky Williams artwork. And I might give away something else if we break 30,000 before the end of the season. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and share the channel with everyone you know. We're almost there. But yeah. Check out Backroom Collections. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 10% off. Before we jump into all the good stuff when it comes to, the COVID list and when it comes to the injury report and all that stuff, let's hear what Titan Upload has to say. Give us a little insight on them Tennessee Titans.
What's up, Dougie and Dolphin Nation? Taking on the Tennessee Titans this week. Hot. Oops. The Dolphins are red hot going into this game. I'm Titan Upload for the Titans' perspective behind this. Yeah, you're coming in with a 7-game win streak, and we have no idea who's going to even play for the Titans at this point. Now, there are some good news on our front because of this whole called sickness list. Taylor Lewan, our starting left tackle, will be back. Starting left guard should be back, Roger Saffold. So it looks like our left side of the line will be back into play this week to protect Ryan Tannehill against your fierce pass rush, which went back to week 8. That's when things kind of changed. The Titans went into the Colts with Derrick Henry and a broken foot. Afterwards, we found out what happened to Derrick. Went back to basically week 8 and how much you guys have grown, especially on defense. You guys are putting up some great numbers, some great stats with this 7-game win streak. On the other end, the Titans are actually playing better defense, so I think the Titans will match up pretty well against you against the run. The Titans have the second best run defense and first best run defense since that week 8 mark, so that is something to keep note. Now, Tua does get around a little bit. He's been playing a lot better. We watched that Saints game. You guys played pretty well. I know the Saints didn't have everybody participating in this game, but you guys still showed you're really strong on defense, and that definitely worries me with your pass rush. I think you guys are like number 1 in the league, but the way you get to the quarterback. I remember what you guys did to Lamar Jackson on that Thursday night affair in Miami. You guys got after him. You put a lot of pressure on him. Ryan Tannehill has almost been one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league this year. So that is something to keep note during this matchup. Now, the wide receiver issue will present issues for the Titans. Obviously, A.J. Brown should be a go. He'll be fine. But who else is going to play? Julio Jones was on the sickness list. He didn't even play that much last week. He was less used as a decoy. But, Nick Westbrook-Akina, which you've probably never heard of, he's been pretty solid for the Titans. However, he's also on the sickness list, so I don't know if he goes. So that will be an ultimate question. The Titans haven't had a lot of production from the tight end play. Now, what gives me hope in this matchup for the Titans is we are a really solid team. Before Derrick went down, we were one of the better teams in the league. We had a 6-game win streak, if you remember, going to the Rams and winning on that Sunday night game without Derrick Henry, sweeping the Colts, beating the Bills at home. So we've had some quality wins. I think from last year, only the Steelers are a team in the playoff that made the playoffs last year, beat the Titans this year. Everyone else, the Titans are perfect against. Unfortunately, that won't matter because you guys didn't make the playoffs, although I was rooting for you against Buffalo the last week of the year last year. I thought you guys were going to be a lot better than what you were. The slow start definitely hurt, but you are the team that I thought you were. 7 wins in a row, defense playing really, really well. Offensively, I don't know how well you run the football. Statistically, it doesn't show up too much, but you're getting it done through the air as well. So this is going to be a fun matchup. I'm 0-5 predicting games, so go Fins this week. I'll predict the Fins to win, and we'll see if we go 1-5 or 0-6. Who knows? I've been awful at picking games, so I will pick you Miami in this one. But like I said, thanks for inviting me to talk a little bit about the Titans. Do appreciate it. Congrats on all the things you do. 28,000 subs and counting. 30,000. Get this guy to 30,000 by the end of the football season. And hopefully, although I don't hope you win this week, Miami, I do hope that you guys find a way to get in the playoffs. And who knows, maybe this could be a 2-7 matchup, how it seems right now. Again, I'm Titan Upload, just representing the Tennessee Titans. I do think it's going to be a good game in Nashville. But like I said, the Tennessee Titans, if you're looking at anything, the Titans can get after the quarterback as well. Landry, Simmons, Pro Bowl snub, should have made the Pro Bowl, having just a terrifying electric season on that defensive front. Autry, Bud Dupree also on that sickness list. So that's something to keep note. Our middle linebackers are really, really good. I mean, we were able to pick up Cunningham from the Texans, one of the best tacklers in the league. We look to get David Long Jr. back, who has also been very, very productive in his time in Tennessee. So hopefully the corners can match up well. And like I said, you on that offensive front, Tua, we don't usually play well against mobile quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not saying like Tua is a extreme mobile quarterback like a Kyler Murray, but he can move around the pocket. So that is something to keep note for the Titans in this matchup. But like I said, will field goals become a problem? I know you guys don't. You're bottom of the league in field goal percentage. I mean, we're holding our own with Randy Bullock. Let's just say that. So could see this game coming down either way to a field goal, but turnovers. I think turnovers are going to be the big key in the story. If the Titans don't turn the ball over, there's significantly chances to win are extremely a lot higher. They do turn the ball over. You can see we've lost to the Jets. We've lost to the Texans, and we lost. Just go back and look at the Steeler game. Totally dominated them yard-wise, first down-wise, but still end up losing the game. But that's all I got. Again, I'll go with the Fins, and we'll see if my record will go to 0-6 or 1-5. Guys, have a good one, and don't forget to tighten up. Good luck this week.
If you haven't yet, be sure to go check out Titan Upload. I'm going to put his YouTube channel in the description. Be sure to go over there, check him out. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Support him. He's a really cool guy. Gave us the time to come and give us the information, and go check him out. But let's jump into this. Now, the COVID list. This is something now that we have to talk about. And we're going to jump into it, right? With the Dolphins, Justin Coleman, Robert Jones, Greg Maines, Duke Riley, and Sathan Carter have come off of the COVID list. Still on the COVID list, and just recently put on the COVID list, I think a day or two ago, was Adam Butler, John Jenkins, Brandon Jones, and Preston Williams. That being said, there's a new rule that they can return 5 days after testing positive. They have to show no symptoms, show no fever without any type of fever-reducing medication, and also be cleared by the doctors. If this does happen, instead of waiting 10 days, 7 days, regardless if you're vaccinated or not, you can come back and play on Sunday. So hopefully we hear some good news, especially about Brandon Jones. Him and Javon Holland have been an incredibly good duo in that backfield. When it comes to the Tennessee Titans, they have a pretty penny when it comes to their COVID list. They have the offensive lineman, Denico Autry, linebacker, Jayon Brown, outside linebacker, Bud Dupree, cornerback, Khalif Farley, Julio Jones, tackle, Kendall Lamb, and cornerback, Buster Screen. So they got a laundry list on their COVID as well. So I thought I'd throw that out there, give you guys a little bit of an update on that, and then we'll go into the injury report. Now, looking at the Miami Dolphins, they don't have much. They have 3. They have Jesse Davis, Philip Lindsay, and Adam Shaheen. All of them full participants for the past 2 days. Again, I record this on Thursday night. But it doesn't seem like there's any problem there. Looking at the Tennessee Titans, their guard, Corey Levin, seemed to have been dealing with an illness, so he didn't practice for 2 days. Again, Wednesday is normally a walkthrough, so it's more a suggestion, if that. Other than that, limited practice, full practice for everyone else. especially Taylor Lewan, who's a big guy, having back problems. But then A.J. Brown popping up on their injury report Thursday with a calf injury. I'm hearing it's nothing that serious, so he will play there. Also, I'm hearing a lot of people getting freaked out and worried that Derrick Henry is going to come back and play this game Sunday. First off, no. What I'm hearing is that Derrick Henry might come back next week, the 18th, to try to get the rust off before they get into the playoffs, because he seems to be healthy and will play in the playoffs. I have not heard one person say that he will play against the Miami Dolphins. So I'm freaking out that we're going to have to face Derrick Henry, which I would too. The man's a beast. I'm not hearing any of that. Again, I'm hearing next week, not this week. So we'll see, but I'm hearing now. And then before we jump into the 5 things the Dolphins need to do to beat the Tennessee Titans, a weather update. Weather, Doug? Why are you talking about weather? It's pertinent because on Sunday in Tennessee, where their stadium is, it's going to be 41 degrees, raining and snowing, with 15 to 25 mile an hour winds. That's going to affect the gameplay a little bit. Whether it's in favor of the Dolphins or the Titans, I don't know yet. But that's going to affect the gameplay, and it's going to affect how the game is going to be played. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Weather is going to be a factor in that. So without further ado, let's jump into the 5 things that the Miami Dolphins need to do if they want to keep this win streak going, beat the Tennessee Titans, and literally just have to beat one more team to be in the playoffs. First thing I have on my list, and again, it's not from most important to least important, but it's just the way I wrote it down. You got to get after Ryan Tannehill. We've seen Ryan Tannehill play here for 7 years. We know the type of quarterback Ryan Tannehill is. When he got traded, and when I talked about trading him, I was a minority of saying that he's not a bad quarterback. He's just not going to get us where we need to go because he needs everything around him to be perfect. I got a lot of flack for that. Oh, he sucks. He's horrible. What are you talking about? We'd be lucky if we get a bag of nickels for him, or a bag of peanuts, or a bag of whatever you wanted to say. That's what I heard. And then we got a 4th for him. Yeah, we had to pay some of his contract, but I don't think Ryan Tannehill's a bad quarterback, but I don't think he can put a team on his back and win. You got to get after him. He's the 2nd most sacked quarterback in the NFL with 45 sacks. He's been sacked 45 times. Do you know who leads the league in sacks when it comes to a team? The Miami Dolphins. Their team is the number 1 team in the NFL in sacks with 45. I don't think that could be any more coincidental if it tried. The Dolphins lead the league in the NFL with 45 sacks, and Ryan Tannehill's been sacked 45 times, which is 2nd in the NFL. Get after him. Pressure him. Make him make stupid mistakes. We all know how he is in the pocket. He doesn't have good pocket presence. Get after him. The number 2 thing, and again, this is a very important game. These next 2 games are incredibly important, so you need to play like you are in the AFC Championship game, and you need to make no mistakes. And when I talk about no mistakes, I'm talking about from everything, from turnovers to penalties to whatever you want to say. No mistakes. This is a game where you're going up against a very good defense. Like Tying Upload said, their defense is pretty good. And they've been really turning it around, especially after they lost Derrick Henry. So you can't make mistakes. This is another game kind of like the Saints game where I think it's going to be a defense versus defensive game, and you can't be making mistakes. Now, we had the stupid interception last week from Tua. Next drive, marches down the field, scores a touchdown because his defense was able to shut the Saints down. Will we be able to do that with Tennessee? I don't know yet. We'll see as after the first couple series. Hopefully, again, we kick the ball. I prefer to get the ball after the half, but no mistakes. The number 3 thing the Miami Dolphins need to do, and this is going to, some people might laugh at this one or tell me I'm an idiot for this one. Better coaching. Now, from Brian Flores, from, Gotze, from Studsville, from whoever the OC is, whoever the DC is, whoever. I'm going to keep reiterating this because this is how important these games are. You can't mess around with these next 2 games. And there's like a 3rd and 1 where they trot out Jacoby Brissett and then they roll him out to the right and they have him do something and it's stupid. And I understand the 3rd and 12 where they ran the ball, you have a lead and their offense is struggling to do anything against their defense, you're playing conservative. But the week before, you try a fake punt on 4th and 1, it hits Clayton Fedulum in the face. Instead of just, if you're going to go for it, go for it. Don't try to get cute. Don't try, like, this is what I'm talking about. Better coaching game plays. Stop trying these different things. But on the flip, they have gotten better, but I'm so nervous about these next 2 games. It needs to be better. Instead, the fourth thing that the Dolphins need to do, Derrick Henry's not there. They need to stop the run, though. They still have a good running game going on over there, regardless if Derrick Henry's in or not. They need to stop the run. You stop the run, you make Ryan Tannehill beat you. You can control the game a little bit better, especially with the fact that he gets sacked a lot and we sack the quarterback a lot. Stop the run. Make him one-dimensional. I talk about this every week, and the Dolphins are getting better and better at stopping the run and forcing the opposing quarterback to beat them. And 9 times out of 10, the opposing quarterbacks we faced, whether it be Ian Book, whether it be Zach Wilson, whether it be Joe Flacco, whether it be the Giraffe, whoever it will be, the Dolphins defense has had the upper hand. So this is another game where you need to stop the run and make Ryan Tannehill beat us. The last and final thing that the Miami Dolphins need to do, and this one's going to be a hard one, and this one kind of seems like a duh one, but with the weather the way it is, this is going to be hard. And it just, the offense needs to complement. And you're like, what does that mean? Well, if the defense is shutting down the opposing offense, and if the defense is getting you the ball and turnovers, and the defense is doing all these really good things, you need to complement it. And, they do it in spurts, right? Every game they've scored a touchdown, at least. Last week against the Saints, they scored a touchdown. Well, it's actually this week. It was Monday. They scored a touchdown. They marched down the field, got a few field goals in. If the pick six never happened, Dolphins still would have won 13-3. So they have a little bit, but just let the defense rest. And they are getting better at that, the offense. They are putting together longer drives. They are winning the time of possession and letting the defense rest so they can come back out refreshed and get after them. So we need the offense needs to complement the defense, and the offense needs to be the yin to the defense's yang and have a team win here. That being said, right, we are facing a defense that is ranked 2nd in the NFL in rush and 26th in the NFL in pass defense. They are another type of defense where their front line is dangerous. And I talked about this with the Saints, and I wasn't expecting Tua to go out there and light them up and throw all over them and throw for 300, whatever yards, 4 touchdowns, whatever. I wasn't expecting that, and I'm not expecting it again, especially with the type of weather we're having, 41 degrees, rain/snow, 15 to 24 mile an hour winds. I'm not expecting Tua to go out there and light it up, but I am expecting him to keep doing what he's doing and just be smarter with the ball. He threw that interception. He shouldn't have thrown it. But I saw what he was trying to do, but he still should have just thrown it to Waddle. He evaded the pressure. He got up in the pocket. He should have just passed it to Waddle. He was butt naked open. Instead of trying to make a big boy play and trying to, try for something big. Just take what's given to you. You've been doing it all season. It's been working, blocking out the people saying you don't throw the ball down the field. Who cares what they say? These are the games we need to win. These are the games where we need the best of Tua. We need the best of Duke Johnson. We need the best of the offensive line. We need the best of this team. That being said, I think that the Dolphins will pull this off. And I think the defense is going to be a big part of that. I said last week, the first team defense to score points or benefit off of the offense making a mistake will win that game. And the Dolphins got that pick six on the, second pass of the game, and we ended up winning. This is another one of those games. If Tannehill makes a stupid mistake, throws a pick six, scoop and score, whatever, on our defense, all the offense needs to do is just not make any stupid mistakes. Play sound football, march down the field, eat up the clock, get in the end zone, play smart football. So I do think the Dolphins will win this one. I never go with the big. Everyone keeps saying your scores are always like around the same, 24-17, 20 to this. 20. I never see the Dolphins going out and lighting it up, right? They scored 31 against the Jets, but I never see them scoring like 40 or something, or I never see 35. And the defense, I think our defense is good enough to hold the Titans under 20. So I see the Dolphins winning this one, 21-13. I think it will be by a touchdown, and I think it'll be enough that we can start running the ball more in the fourth quarter trying to eat that clock up. But comment below if you're a Titans fan. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm not saying, we're going to blow you guys out of the water and this is going to be a one-sided butt whooping, but I do think it's a defensive game where your defense is good enough and our defense is really good. We both have good defenses, so I think with the weather and the way our defenses play, it's going to be a defensive game. But Titan fans, comment below. What are the things you guys think you need to do to beat the Miami Dolphins? And my boys, if I missed anything, comment it below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. This comment comes from Scott Gaver, and he says, comment of the day, Doug, why do you think Mike Gesicki has been quiet the past few games? He's had a few catches, but not playing to the level he has shown us. Is it the coaching or him? I don't think it's the coaching, and I don't think it's him. I think it's the opposing defense, especially against the Jets. Without Waddle there, they focused all of their attention on stopping Gesicki. You got to understand, Gesicki and Waddle are our top two offensive producers. So if you're going to focus on stopping one, if one's not playing, you're going to focus on stopping the other. And that is what you're seeing here. I don't think it's him, and I don't think it's the coaching. I think it's just a matter of the defense picking, we need to stop this guy, we'll double him. Because you saw last week, Waddle went off. Waddle was catching passes, Waddle was doing his thing, and all of a sudden Mike Gesicki's quiet. Waddle's getting open, get the ball to Waddle. He can make plays in the open field. He's really fast and elusive. Get the ball to him. Gesicki, he might have been open at the same time, but if Waddle's open at the same time, he's getting the ball over you. I think that's what it's coming down to. They want to get the ball in the playmaker's hands, and if it's Waddle, it's Waddle. So I think that's what it is. I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with him. I think it just has to do with Waddle's real hot right now. And then if not, they're double teaming Gesicki. They're trying to shut him down. But he's still getting some passes, and he's still getting some critical third down conversions for us and all that stuff. But then especially when it comes into the red zone, you saw that one, I think it was the Jets game, we were trying to get the ball to Gesicki, and he was triple teamed. So, when it comes to getting closer to the red zone, they're going to then really focus on Gesicki. Because you toss it up to him, he's going to catch everything. So I think that's what it entails. But other than that, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Like I said, I have a New Year's video planned for you guys. And it's not reviewing the year of the Dolphins, because that will be after, I'm hoping after the playoffs. I'm hoping we make the playoffs and I make that video after the playoffs or after whatever run we're on. But if not, then after week 18, that video comes out. This New Year's video is more of me thanking you guys and then reviewing the channel in a year. So other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, and then I'll see you Sunday at 1 o'clock. But like usual, stay classy. Nothing's up.